on Python 0 to unicorn. And in this CodeLab, we're going to do a exercise where we're going to try to get you to a unicorn exit or unicorn startup exit from starting from 0. So just as a background, Python is one of the most widely used programming languages, and it's used for AI. It's used for automation. It's used for web dev. It's used for data science. It's used for backend systems, and it's used primarily in a variety of different use cases. So it's a great language to learn, and the better you get at it, the more powerful you would be as a software engineer. So just to get started, we'll just do some Python exercises. So as a prep work for this course, we're going to obviously set up a virtual environment. The way one sets up virtual environment on Mac is one can run python-m venv, and venv is the name of the virtual environment. You could also call it my venv. And what that does is it creates a folder called my venv, my virtual environment, which has the local version of Python. So if we do source my venv bin activate, what this does is now it activates the Python from this folder. So if we say which Python, we can see that it's running from this folder, which is my venv bin Python. Now we can set up our REPL. Now the REPL is our read eval print loop. But before we go on to doing the REPL, one thing to note is that when we activated the Python virtual environment, we have the virtual environment in our command prompt here. Now this has to be configured, but we'll go over that in a different lesson. So right now, if we want to run Python, we can run the REPL just like that. And the REPL is basically a read eval print loop where we can say hello Python, and it would just print hello Python to the screen. If we say print 5, it prints 5 to the screen. And if we do some math, it should be able to print the value to the screen. So now we'll go on to doing a few more interesting things. And what we can do next is, let's say, concatenation. So let's say we have our value Bob, and we want to concatenate Alice to Bob. We can just do plus, and that is a simple concatenation. But we can also concatenate using f strings. So f strings are essentially a way to represent Python so that strings so that you can concatenate them easily. So here we can do f string Bob, and then like and Alice. So that gives us the concatenated value, which is an f string of Bob, f string of Alice, and the concatenated value. So that's concatenating using f strings. Now, in the next lesson, we'll go into doing more advanced Python, like using Fast API to set up a API endpoint and web service. So you can quit the REPL using quit parentheses open close, and you can deactivate the virtual environment using deactivate. So that's been our Python 101. And just as a heads up, we can add the venv to our .getignore so that we do not commit that folder to our repo accidentally. So in this case, we can set my vnv slash to our dot get ignore and commit the get ignore to our repo. So that's all for this intro to Python, and we'll continue in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.